Alright, this is Crota giving you part 2 of a replay of a 3-part replay between Spellex and bjarke. It looks as though Spellex is going to go ahead and lose some of those footmen. Meanwhile, we do have a good amount of army of bjarke going ahead and trying to protect that expansion as well. And we do have a nice healing scroll. Wow, a lot of healing. Spellex really using that healing scroll to the best of his ability, keeping those footmen alive early. We do have those Spellex's footmen, or Spellex's farm getting focused down by bjarke, and we now have a workshop being built by bjarke. That's at least what Wiz is gonna. Yep, we have a workshop being built by bjarke, and we have the Arcane Sanctum's gonna go ahead and nearing completion. Now, in a human versus human matchup, it is very common to see a lot of Spellbreakers. The Spellbreakers able to counter those priests very well, and able to counter sorceresses. So, unlike a typical human versus orc matchup, not that many casters, maybe just priests and spellbreakers instead. Now we do have an archmage going ahead and trying to push in. We have those bunch of farms canceled, and now we're going to have a focusing down of those units. We have those arcane towers really focusing down that Mountain King. That Mountain King now completely out of mana, and now is going to go ahead and switch over to the archmage. Perhaps no. The arcane tower is just now focusing down that Mountain King. Perhaps he should switch over to the archmage, as the archmage it does have more mana. We have a focus surrounding on the single bjarke's arcane tower, and that now the archmage is now losing mana. And now we have a Mountain King coming out for bjarke. So bjarke and Spellex pretty much going the same exact units, going the same exact strategies, except I don't believe there's Arcane Sanctums over by Spellex. So no Arcane Sanctums. Perhaps we're gonna. I lost the Mountain King. bjarke lost his level 1 Mountain King, and is currently sitting at 2,700 gold. That is a lot of gold to be had right now. Perhaps he wish he had a little bit more units. We do not have any units being produced from bjarke at this time, so macro really a problem for bjarke. Mountain King not being resurrected as well. This may be a problem. Spellex, I gotta assume, has the upper hand in this particular fight. Spellex now getting a Mountain King. The Mountain King now currently sitting at level 2 and get focused down. We're gonna go ahead and transfer that scroll of town portal. He's gonna town portal down to 117 hit points, trying to run to the back of the base. The Archmage is now also low on hit points, so we transfer the scroll of town portal back. The Mountain King trying to run away at 58 hit points, 31, and does teleport away. So a transferring of the town portal between the Archmage to the Mountain King back to the Archmage ends up paying off for Spellex, and we do have workshops and mortars. So we are going to have mass mortars coming from Spellex, and perhaps knights. Yes, perhaps knights. So it's going to be mortars and knights coming from Spellex to perhaps counter the casters, the priests, and perhaps the spellbreakers from bjarke. Not 100% sure at this time. Now we do have a footman going ahead and trying to go ahead take down this expansion. This was able to kill a couple peasants very quickly, but all those footmen are going to go down to that Mountain King. That Mountain King really nicely positioned, trapping those units. And the Mountain King now currently sitting at level 1, Archmage currently sitting at level 4. Meanwhile, we have the tri-hero combo coming out from Spellex. Spellex has an level 5 Archmage, a level 2 Mountain King, level 1 Paladin. Archmage should really probably pull back from creeping here so that he doesn't steal any unnecessary experience. But it looks as though Spellex realizes that his Archmage is going to be the main P for that army and does not want to pull him back. Oh, now he is going to pull him back. Now we do have some militia coming in as well, so the militia able to join in the fight. The Paladin is trying to heal that tanking water elemental. That water elemental has a lot of hit points, 900 hit points with 2 armor and doing a good amount of damage. Now we do have a Mountain King finally trains Thunderclap as well, and it looks as though Spellex wants another expansion. So Spellex is going to go ahead and expand at the 11 or 10 o'clock position, and Spellex is currently sitting at 49 over 72 food. So both players still in low upkeep at this time. Let me check. No, we do have bjarke currently sitting at low upkeep, while Spellex is currently sitting at no upkeep. We do have knights coming out from bjarke as well, so I'm expecting that this game will eventually go to griffins as well. Is he low on wood? Yes, we do have low on wood for Spellex, so Spellex is trying to quickly build up a lumber mill to gather some additional wood over at the 11 o'clock position. And Mountain King now sitting at level 2, nice items, healing ward, potion of invulnerability, and a scroll of healing. And we have an Archmage who is now currently sitting at level 4. Let's see, where is the army of Spellex? Spellex's army is nowhere to be seen. Where is Spellex's army? How did I lose an army? I do not see it. Okay, pan slowly, pan slowly, pan slowly. Oh wow, back in the base. I couldn't see the orange in the base of bjarke. My apologies. So now we have a paladin who is now trying to fight off this single attack, and we do have a bolt on the paladin. Paladin is going to go down, getting level 3 to the mountain king. Paladin is now currently sitting up front. Perhaps we did get a new thunderclap, being able to go ahead and push back. We did have a nice healing. A holy light on a footman, I believe. Now we have level 2 paladin, so that paladin able now to do some damage as well. Footman trying to run to the back. It looks as though that mountain king has level 2 stormbolt, so unable to really clap all those units right now. Nice holy light all back on that water elemental. That water elemental doing a lot of damage to those units, and we do have another thunderclap, and the level 3 mountain king of bjarke with a healing ward. The healing ward is now dropped. We do have a staff of preservation on the priest to pull him back away from the units, and we have a level 2 paladin. We have pretty much an even matchup. Level 5, level 3, level 2 on all heroes, except for bjarke's mountain king is currently sitting at level 3. Bjarke is going to go do a scroll of town portal, or no, Spellex does a scroll of town portal. Wait, what is going on? I cannot see. Wow, we have a nice massing of units from Spellex. We have mortars currently being produced. We do have griffins coming out as well to counter those knights, and we have a sorceress in place since we have not seen many spellbreakers. We do have a town hall being constructed as well, and we do have a gyrocopter or flying machine that does scout out Spellex's second expansion. So yes, bjarke is going to go ahead and make a way to that second expansion with a very decent sized army. A level 5 archmage, level 1 paladin, level 3 mountain king with a good number of priests and knights and footmen. Meanwhile, it looks as though Spellex did not see the flying gyrocopter, and unfortunately he runs into the scout farm. So it looks as though is Spellex going to go ahead and make a beeline to try to save his expansion? No, it looks as though he's going to go ahead and try to take down the expansion of bjarke. Bjarke knowing that Spellex knowing that if I have one expansion, if I have 2 and you have 1, I can go ahead and try to trade them and try to push back. So he's going to go ahead and make a beeline for this expansion, go ahead and try to take it out. That griffin's going to be able to take down that guard tower very quickly with that magical armor. And now we have the 1 guard tower standing away. I am going to expect a scroll of town portal from the archmage, but he probably does not know that there are so many mortars in place, so that bjarke's expansion is going to go down really quickly if he's not careful. So that mortar, that town hall is going to take a lot of damage trying to get repaired at this time. If you get fragmentation shards, and those units are forced to go ahead and pull to the back. And so trading of expansion, and now wow, Spellex able to town portal away. The town portal gets a bolt on the archmage. The archmage is going to go ahead and get holy lighted, drop a water elemental. He's got a town portal. I mean, there's just there's so many units, and fragmentation shard is doing such a good job trying to take down units. Spellex is going to go. Spellex does a nice job staffing a single griffin, and then kills a single knight, and Golden does a good job. Those mortars doing a good job taking down all those casters. That inner fire doing a very, very effective job of just trying to protect those units. Those footmen with 7 armor lasting a lot longer than they should at this point. And level 2 or level 3 water elementals also doing a very, very good job of trying to take down units. We do have a healing ward that I gotta believe is going to be taken out very shortly. Now we have a staff of preservation coming from the mountain king to save that paladin. We have a lot of very low hit point units. Those mortars really just raining shards all over the place, and that mountain king currently sitting at level 3, archmage currently sitting at level 5, and the paladin currently sitting at level 2. That paladin's got to be careful though. No, that paladin's going to go ahead and try to push to the side, and it looks as though bjarke's got to go ahead and town portal out of this. Is he going to be able to? Yeah, oh no, he's going to go ahead and use a potion of invulnerability and try to push out. And I will go ahead and pause this replay and stay tuned for part 3 and the conclusion of this replay.